feels strange floating in here, doesn't it?
I like it.
Almost relaxing. I feel your presence.
I feel yours. I guess we should get to know each other, right?
Right.
Right. Do you want to go first or should I?
No, I'll go.
Okay. What's your name?
It's Jack.
Jack. Okay.
What's yours? Am I allowed to ask that now?
You are. Michelle.
Michelle. Okay. Hi.
Hi. Where are you from, Jack?
I'm from the States. Kinda. You're California? You?
Brazil.
Brazil. Your name's Michelle.
My parents are from all over.
Right.
Right. What did you do for work?
Well, I was in finance.
Finance? Really?
Why is something wrong with being in finance?
No.
Well, what did you do?
Photography.
Photography. Really? That's cool. How did you die? What?
Fast.
Is it?
I would prefer us to ease into things a little bit more.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Well, we're gonna like each other. There's no way we don't. Like, you know that phase where you don't really know the person, so you're kind of pretending, not really being yourself? Well, we can skip that phase because it obviously works in the next phase too.
Well, what if I like the kind of pretending, not knowing each other phase?
It's just games.
It's exciting. It's unpredictable. You're putting in effort.
Well, I disagree.
You're already not putting in effort.
Well, why'd you say that?
Just 'cause.
Why should I, baby?
Don't call me baby.
Why not? We're soulmates. So why pretend? How did you die?
Tell me about yourself.
What would you like to know?
The basics. Childhood, your family, how life was, and all things like that.
Childhood, fine. Grew up in the suburbs, kinda. Had a dog.
What was his name?
Does that really matter?
Stop stopping the flow. I'm trying to get to know you.
Sorry. Her name was Lily. I did business in university, then worked a couple of office jobs, then went into finance, officially. Lived in a nice apartment, traveled a bit, had good friends. You?
Me?
Tell me about you.
I love breakfast. It's my favorite meal of the day.
What?
I'm just saying. I love breakfast. Pancakes, fruit, syrup, the dream.
I'm confused.
You asked about me, and I think my love of breakfast speaks most of who I am.
I meant like job stuff. Like I worked with a couple of photographers when we were preparing marketing campaigns and stuff, and it seemed like a really fun job.
I think what I do is probably a bit different than what those guys do.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, what I do, it's like more creative. Like setting up a marketing campaign is just commission work, you know?
But is it not artistic enough for you?
Actually, no. It isn't.
Why? I watch them work. You know, they love their job.
Doesn't make it artistic.
I'd argue anything you love and you put your heart into can be called art.
Then we have incredibly different opinions on what art is, Jack. You have a girlfriend?
No,
You're a bit of a player. I'm getting that vibe off you.
not at all. You?
Definitely not.
No, I meant, do you have a boyfriend?
No.
You want one?
Don't I have one now?
Fast.
We're married by the universe, Jack. You're my ethereal partner. Does that scare you?
I don't know. I mean, the fact that we're having this conversation now proved me wrong on a lot of things, so I guess I kind of trust the universe now.
I want to hear more about relationships. Have you ever been in one?
Everybody has.
A long one?
A few. None worked, obviously. You?
I have.
Not bad.
I mean, no relationship is inherently bad. Some end bad, sure, but throughout they're great experiences.
And even if they're not great, still experiences.
Right. Relationships are the storylines of life.
And the storylines of afterlife as well, apparently.
You think this is it?
What do you mean?
Like, we going somewhere? Are we gonna do something? Or are we just gonna sit in this void and talk to each other literally forever?
I really don't know.
Me neither.
Maybe that's the point. You and me, Michelle, literally forever. Nothing else. The only storyline.
If you think about it, relationships are the only storylines in life too.
Why? I disagree.
Hear me out. Everything is predictable, but people. You get together with someone, you're immediately at a state of complete uncertainty because you're no longer in charge of everything. Now, there's this huge part in your life that you have no control over.
Well, do you usually have control over all parts of your life, Michelle?
If you think about it, you do. At the end of the day, every decision is yours and you have complete freedom to technically do whatever you want. But when you love someone, your reality shapes around their reality and you have no control over their reality. So if you think about it, here, only this exists. But when you're alive, only love exists too.
Being in a relationship and being in love are two very different things.
Oh,
No?
tell me about it.
I've spoken enough.
Jack.
I'm not ready to talk with you about love, Michelle.
What? You said there's no point in keeping the walls up. We're bound to love each other either way.
I said like.
Are we not bound to love each other? We are soulmates.
I guess we are.
Right. So, about love?
What about love?
Anything, Jack. Just what comes to mind.
Love, to me, is when you get to know the real person.
Are you going to fall in love with me then?
Because it's guaranteed.
I think that's intimacy. What you're talking about.
Well, intimacy is being alone with someone.
So, same thing.
No, intimacy is being alone with someone. Love is knowing someone when they are alone. Intimacy is my call. Love is her call.
You mean my call?
Right. Your call.
You're surprisingly wise, Jack. For someone in finance.
Again, what's so wrong with being in finance?
Nothing.
What do you like to do for fun, Michelle?
Change of topic.
Well, I don't want to feel like I'm at an interview, you know? I'm a naturally curious person. I've got my own things I want to know.
I paint.
Checks out.
And I make pottery.
Checks out. What about something that isn't creative?
Why?
Well, I'm understanding the artist side of you, but that can't be all there is.
I swim.
You swim.
But I'm not good. I just enjoy it.
What, did you like race and stuff?
No, never. I don't even go to a pool.
Where do you swim?
There's this lake house kind of close to where I lived. It's like for coffee and beer and, you get the vibe, but there's a lake and it's a bit of a shithole on the outside. The house, not the lake. So no one really goes there. So when I go there, I'm alone usually, and it's really, really nice.
Any significance this particular holds, or?
Not really. It's just, I told you it's secluded, so I like it.
Why?
Come on, Jack. It's an easy analysis.
It's a nice escape. When you swim there, there's nothing to worry about. You feel calm and protected and at peace. And all the bullshit in the world kind of fades away.
Wise. Wise indeed, Jack.
Come on, Michelle. It's an easy analysis. Let me change the topic again.
Okay.
Back to something we already spoke about.
Okay.
You think you can love somebody without being intimate?
What, like without sex?
No, without being intimate. Without what intimacy really is.
Yeah, of course. I think this vulnerability you're talking about, it comes out through love, not the other way around.
Well, you only get to know the real person once you love them.
And once they love you, yes.
Wow, I disagree completely. You can't love somebody without really knowing them, you know? You fall in love quite a lot, don't you, Michelle?
I used to.
Who did you fall in love with?
Just all sorts of wrong people. I get infatuated quickly, I guess. I get addicted to the feeling, and I refuse to see everything that's wrong. It's never big things. Just the little things that should make you understand you're not right for each other. But you don't. Or I didn't. Like this guy I was with for a long time. He wasn't a bad guy. He was just inconsiderate. Not in a mean way. And he didn't even know he was that way. But you know, that type of person that just doesn't care that much about other people. Like, it doesn't come from a selfish place. It just comes from not understanding social behavior. He was like that. And I think a lot of people are like that. I think a lot of people get into relationships with people like that, but they don't see it. I didn't see it. I don't know why.
You know why. You said it, you get addicted to the feeling. Only the present exists, baby. Every moment we're either reminiscing the past or working towards the future we want. But we want that future so that we can experience it as the present. That's why you fall in love so much. You need the feeling to last forever. Wow! Shit! I just realized we're never gonna have sex.
What?
What?
That's what you're thinking about.
Well, how am I supposed to reach that level of intimacy?
Through getting to know me?
Well, having sex is a much easier way of getting, vulnerable with someone.
So what? Because you can fuck me, you can love me?
No. It is more difficult, though.
Jesus Christ.
Well, isn't it? Come on, Michelle. Drop the act, seriously. Isn't it? Tell me about your family.
I don't want to tell you about my family.
Why?
I feel like we've just lost the flow of the conversation completely.
Why? Because I brought up sex, or...
It's not because you brought up sex. I just don't want to fucking talk about my family.
Michelle...
There's nothing to say. Honestly, there isn't. Mom, dad, sister.
So why don't you want to talk about it?
I don't know.
Michelle...
I don't know, okay? Can we take a pause? Like, can we just stay silent for a minute or two?
Michelle, come on.
Please. Let's just stay silent for a minute or two.
Can I start talking again?
Sure. But I'm still pissed off.
Sure. Can you tell me about your job? Why photography?
My finance.
The money, why photography?
Okay. You said only the present exists. And that's true. But art, photography, if you want to get specific, it's solidified creation. It's a feeling of the present we managed to immortalize.
Wow. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, isn't that fucking something, huh?
Yeah.
How did you die, Michelle?
Fuck.
What?
Stop asking me that.
I think it's a pivotal point in the progression of our relationship,
And I'm
no?
not ready for that progression. So stop asking me that. How did you die?
How do you think?
I don't know. You fucking like had a heart attack after Tesla stock dropped 5%.
But first of all, I'm in finance, not in
Ah,
stocks.
potato,
And
potato.
stop deflecting. How do you think I died?
I don't know, Jack. I don't even think I want to know.
Car crash.
See? That's a straightforward answer. You always overcomplicate your life?
Actually, yeah, I do. It gets boring if you don't. Do you want to hear the complicated version
Of?
of how I died?
Sure.
The characters of the story are as follows. Myself, you know me, and then my buddies Ricky, Johnny, and Bill.
They sound made up.
Everything is made up, Michelle. Move on. So me, Ricky, Johnny, and Bill, we're old friends from high school, right? Ricky, he's married with a kid, but he hates his wife's guts, and he's not really a really good father, but at least he knows it. Johnny, he's your typical single rich white dude in his mid 30s. He's not a bad guy. He's just way too into himself. He only thinks about sticking his dick into something, and he's not really focused on the magic of life, you know? It's sad not because that's the way that it is, but because he knows it and he won't do anything about it. Now Bill. Oh, Bill, Michelle, baby, Bill is the real character. Divorced, broke. Actually broke after losing all of his money on the stock market, and a secret alcoholic. Secret, secret in his eyes, but not really because we all know, and he knows we all know, and it's really, really tragic actually.
I'm so confused.
But are you following along?
I guess.
At a girl. Keep at it. So me, Ricky, Johnny, and Bill, the Fantastic Four, if you want to get naughty with it, we're out in this club called Paradise. I swear, I kid you not, that was the name of the club. Sick fucking night. We're celebrating Johnny's 30th, and we're having a fucking blast, Michelle. Shots every 10 minutes, coke off the toilet seat, blowjob in the back of Bill's car. A goddamn 10 out of 10 night.
You're disgusting.
Night ends. We need to get home. Now I'm the designated driver, so I gotta drive my boys back. Shots every 10 minutes, sure, but not for me. I'm being responsible tonight. In the front is Bill. He's completely fucked per usual. Remember, he's a secret alcoholic, Bill. Very important for our story. And in the back are Ricky and Johnny with some girl that Johnny managed to snatch.
Oh, you're disgusting.
And I'm driving down this road. And it's pitch black, and it's cold, and it's that type of weather where it feels like it should be snowing but it's not. It's like that. Winter teases you. It's cold. So in the back, Ricky, the family guy, he's talking on the phone to his son. In the front, Bill lights a cigarette, and then the cherry fucking roars in the dark, right? Johnny is whispering sweet nothings into this girl's ear, and she's really into him. And this, Michelle, this is where it gets really interesting. So, I ask Bill for a cigarette, because I'm feeling like having a smoke, and he reaches to take one out, and he puts it in his mouth to light it for me. In the back, Johnny, he's teasing Ricky while he's on the phone with his wife. He's telling him shit to make him angry, like old friends do. But then Johnny, he apparently goes too far by saying, "Hey, Ricky, look at this. I bet your wife doesn't get wet for you like this anymore." And, Ricky, he's drunk, and he's had enough of people shitting on his capabilities as a dad. So he screams, "Fuck you," to Johnny. Bill in the front is passing me the cigarette. The fuck you. It startles Bill. He's drunk. He's fucked. He's a secret alcoholic. And he drops the cigarette in my lap. And it scares me. I turn the wheel for a second, out of instinct. And it's cold, baby, and the roads are slippery when it's cold.
Is that story real?
As real as any story.
Why all the detail?
Makes for a good death and the end of a good life. I told you, Michelle, you can either take things as simple as they are, or you can milk life to the last goddamn drop. What did you do?
You think you know yourself, Jack? I only ask because you confuse me. You seem, at first, like this kinda
Simple.
simple man. You know that?
I do. People are multi-layered beings, baby. It's not only what you see.
I can't see you. Describe yourself.
Describe myself.
Visually.
No. If I describe myself, I'd feel like I'm cheating on the universe. There's a reason we can't see each other.
Okay. Can you tell me how old you are?
Yes. I'm 33. You?
24?
Oh, you're young.
I guess. It's useful.
Is it?
With photography, I feel like no one really captures the feeling or the reality of what it's like to be in your 20s today. Like, no one really makes movies or writes books that really properly visualize what life is like for us right now.
Maybe it's because no one in their 20s is smart enough to make great art yet. That's why all creation feels oddly nostalgic.
Why would all creation feel oddly nostalgic?
Because it doesn't exist. It's not the present. It's a memory.
Jack, I need to tell you something.
All ears? Well, I don't have ears, but you get the point.
I'm married,
Oh,
so this is a bit weird.
yeah.
Does that bother you?
Does it bother me that you lived a happy life with someone you loved? No, of course it doesn't bother me. I just think it would take us longer to bond now, but that's okay. I like a challenge.
I thought I'd tell you.
You said you didn't have a boyfriend, though.
Yeah, because I don't. I have a husband.
Had a husband.
Wow, that's hurtful, Jack.
I'm sorry. I really didn't mean it that way. Did you think he was your soulmate?
I mean, I married him, so yeah.
Yeah.
He feels like a distant life now. You know? Like, you and I, we've only been here a few minutes, but it feels to me...
Like this has existed forever. Nothing else, right?
Right. Did you ever think someone was your soulmate?
Yeah, one time.
And?
And she wasn't. We'll talk about her one day, but not today.
You said...
Not today, Michelle.
You meditate, Jack.
Oh no.
What?
You're not one of those spiritual guru vegan people, are you?
No, just answer the question.
Why?
Just humor me.
No, I don't fucking meditate. Why?
Through meditation, you learn how not to think about anything. There's nothing on your mind, so you dive deep in and you just float around different scattered thoughts.
Sure. You know, people actually need to think about something, though. Like, we need to think about something all the fucking time. You know, we actually love having shit on our minds because when you don't have anything on your mind and you're left alone in your bedroom, that's when you really get to know yourself.
Right, exactly. So, to get to my point, if you did meditate, what thoughts would you float around?
What?
Or if you had nothing on your mind, your day consists of nothing, what do you think about?
Huh. I get it.
What?
Wow. Wow, you're smart.
What?
It's because this is like meditation. You know, that's why you're asking me, because this is like the void of consciousness, and we're in here together with literally nothing but our thoughts, right? And I guess we've naturally been going pretty deep with the conversation because of that. But you want to know how deep I'll really go if you're gonna like what comes out. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
You want like what comes out, and I want for you, and that's just the reality of shit, baby, or Michelle, or however the fuck you want me to call you. The reality of shit is that we will hate each other. Because we'll get to know each other so well, we'll know every single thing or thought there is to know, and we will fucking hate most of it. Because most of it will be objectively bad, because most people are objectively bad, and I'm one of them, and you're one of them too.
Bold assumption. Thanks.
It's not an assumption, it's a fact. I think you keep forgetting we're soulmates, cosmically bound. So I guess the great thing is we'll love each other more than we hate each other, you know? We'll love each other over despising each other. We'll love each other so fucking much. That's the beauty of this. And yes, you are a bad person, Michelle, because one, as I said before, most people are, but two, more importantly, you're my soulmate, and I'm a bad person. And because you're my soulmate, you know this. The reason I wanted the walls to fall in the beginning so quickly is because if you really, really think about it, we already know each other. In some fucked up way, whether it's conscious or subconscious, we are whatever the other one dreams of. And you know what you dream of. You're smart. You know how I know you're smart? Because my dream girl's smart. How did you die, Michelle?
How do you think?
You killed yourself
Yes.
at the lake house.
Yeah.
You had enough. You were tired. You went for a swim and you wanted to float forever.
Yes. I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
You'll do this because there's nothing else to do. And you'll love it. And you'll love me. Michelle,
Yes, Jack.
when you meditate, what do you think of?
You.
That's right. What now?
I guess you tell me about the woman you thought was your soulmate. And I'll tell you about my family.
Okay.